Welcome to today's episode of Tech Tidbits, where we dive into the fascinating world of coding and collaboration. I'm your host, and I'm thrilled to have you with me today as we explore some powerful tools and concepts that are reshaping the way developers work together. So let's kick things off with a question. Have you ever found yourself drowning in lines of code, feeling a bit lost in the sea of syntax? Well, you're certainly not alone. With so many complexities in programming, having the right tools can make all the difference. One of these tools that's gaining a lot of traction is GitHub. Now, you may already know it as a platform for version control, but it's so much more than that. Think of it as an entire ecosystem designed to support development workflows. For instance, you've got GitHub Copilot, which is like having a personal coding assistant at your side. It analyzes the context of your code and suggests entire lines or blocks of code that you might find helpful. Can you imagine how much time that could save? And then there's the focus on security. With the rise of cyber threats, finding and fixing vulnerabilities is more critical than ever. GitHub security features help developers automate this process, which not only protects your code, but also gives you peace of mind. Just think about it. Instead of worrying about potential exploits, you can focus on creating and innovating. Now let's talk about workflow automation. GitHub Actions allows developers to automate their workflows right within their repositories. This means you can set up your projects to trigger actions like running tests or deploying code automatically. Imagine drinking your morning coffee while your code deploys itself. What a dream, right? Probably one of my favorite parts about GitHub is how it fosters collaboration. Features like discussions and code reviews allow developers to work together, share knowledge, and refine their work in an open and constructive environment. It's a bit like having a virtual brainstorming session with your team, even if they're halfway across the world. And of course, we can't overlook the importance of community. The GitHub Sponsors program is especially exciting as it allows users to fund open-source developers, helping to keep the innovation flowing. It's great to see a system in place that recognizes the hard work developers put into creating tools that everyone can use. As we wrap up, I want to leave you with this thought. How do you envision the future of coding? Will we see even more reliance on AI-driven tools like GitHub Copilot, or do you think developers will always want as we keep a human touch in their coding endeavors? I encourage you to reflect on that as we step into a world with more automation and collaboration than ever before. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Tech Tidbits. I hope you found it enlightening and maybe even a little inspiring. Remember to share your thoughts and experiences with these tools. Until next time, keep coding, keep collaborating, and keep creating.